Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys another custom origin that I made called the Celestial. Now, before I get into this video, I just want to mention that this origin was inspired by a comment from Leo Savada. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that name wrong, telling me to make a Star Warrior origin. And yeah, I also want to mention that according to YouTube statistics, only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. So if you like this video, please consider subscribing. It's free and it helps out a ton. So for the first ability of this origin, we have the Dance of the Cosmos, which is my favorite ability in this entire origin because I just think it's beautiful with the shaders at nighttime. So I have this crop planted right here, a creeper, a zombie, a skeleton, a spider, and yeah, so basically what this ability does is when I press my primary key, it basically acts like if sunlight were to shine on it. So it'll make mobs that burn in sunlight, like as you can see, and it'll make spiders neutral towards you for a small amount of time. And it'll also make most other Minecraft mobs glow. So yeah, it also speeds up crop growth and it's also extremely beautiful. So, which is why I planted a seed. As you can see, it's already fully grown. And I just think it's beautiful because, I mean, after a time it goes away and it does have 1 minute cooldown. And yeah, I just think it's a really beautiful ability. I might have shown you guys a clip of it in the beginning of the video, unless I was too lazy to edit that. And yeah, this is my favorite ability that I have ever coded. And let's get into the next one. Moving on to the next ability, we have Light Form. Light Form is basically just another sort of flying method. It was very inspired by the Cursed Mist origin from Detroit, which I think is real cool. So when you press your primary key, you'll for a certain period of time turn into this floating, well, you can basically swim on air and you turn invisible. Not even your armor will be visible in this form. And yeah, you can immediately activate it once the cooldown is gone out, and it lasts for as long as the cooldown does. So it's basically just to remind you that you can activate it immediately, but you don't have to. And yeah, this is just for mobility purposes. And let's move on to the next ability. Moving on to the next ability, we have Comet Blast. So basically, when you press your primary key while crouching, it'll summon a fireball wherever you're looking. So if you hit this fireball, it'll actually just hit anything that go towards the direction you hit it. And yeah, this does have 1 minute cooldown so that it's not as overpowered, but it is a bit overpowered, so I recommend using this origin only if you have mods installed that make Minecraft even harder. And yeah, while fires are spreading, so it's gonna knock them all out. And yeah, this ability isn't actually a complete positive because the only positive side of it is that it summons a fireball that you can hit. So if another mob hits it at your direction, like if a skeleton shoots an arrow, and if the arrow hits the fireball, it'll actually go towards the direction the arrow was heading, so it could potentially hit you as well, which is why this is not a complete upside. It's basically just you calling on the stars to give you a comet to throw, but other mobs have the ability to throw it too, and so do other players. So yeah, let's move on to the next ability. Moving on to your next ability, you have Decompose. So basically, this is more of a passive protection ability. So if you basically get hit while you have 3 hearts or lower, you'll actually your entire body will decompose back to light and you will randomly teleport. And yeah, you don't teleport far from the position where you were, but it's enough to potentially give you a chance to run away. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. Moving on to your next ability, you have celestial lighting. So basically, when you stay too close to a mob for a certain amount of time, for example, if I stay close to this cow for about 10 seconds, the light that I'm emitting will become too strong, and it will give the cow random effects, like, for example, levitation and blindness. And yeah, not random effects, it always gives levitation and blindness for about 5 seconds when you stand near the mob for about 10 seconds, because the particles around you will grab the mob and it will, I guess, make them float, which I like because it kind of adds to that theme of you not being from this world. And yeah, you also have the ability called Inner Light. Basically, you spill all these particles out and you have slow falling, as you might have guessed throughout the video. Let's move on to the downside. Moving on to your first downside, you have an ability called Deform. So if you haven't noticed throughout this video, I'm only 3/4 of the size of a normal human in Minecraft. As you can see, I'm not even as tall as this flower. And yeah, you also have 2 less hearts, which means you only have 8 hearts. And yeah, you also have an ability called Unstable, which basically means that if I just set my difficulty to easy, and for example, your body relies on hunger a lot. So if you get starved too much, your body will start to overreact, your powers will lose control, you'll start randomly teleporting throughout whatever direction you are, not where you're looking, and your size will start randomly changing. And yeah, it's basically like you lose control of your powers, which I think is really cool. And you also burn hunger faster, so this ability can actually happen because in Minecraft, dying from starvation isn't the most common way to die. So yeah, this ability will help out with that. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. Moving on to your next ability, you have an ability called Homesick. Basically, you're born in the stars, and I classify the sun as a star as well, because in Minecraft as well, because I feel like that's why all science tells me. But basically, when you're not exposed to them, you will get weakness and slowness. So when you're not exposed to the sky, when it's either like day or nighttime, it doesn't matter. You have to be exposed to the sky, or you'll get weakness and slowness. I was thinking of adding mining fatigue, but then again, you always mine when you're not exposed to the sky. So I feel like that would be just too big of a downside. And yeah, you also have an ability that prevents you from regenerating your health naturally when you're not exposed to the sky. So yeah. Also the hunger ability that I mentioned earlier, that makes you basically gives you constant hunger, only activates when you're not exposed to the sky. So yeah, you might want to think of building a base without a roof if you're playing with this origin. And yeah, that was it for this origin, you guys. I'm really proud of the Dance of the Cosmos ability, because that took me a bit of a while, but not too long. But I really like it due to the fact that it's just beautiful with shaders on. And yeah, this is a bit of a small origin, not that complicated, a bit overpowered, and yeah, yeah, I don't have much to say about this. Let me know what you guys think of this origin in the comments below, and also tell me what you guys want me to do next. I'm thinking of making an alchemy origin, just because I was keeping that in mind for quite a while. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, please subscribe, leave a like and comment, and yeah, bye.